I've used my fair share of bags over the years, and when Dylan reached out from Almond, he promised a bag that is thoughtful, that is minimal, that has a lot of travel features, and is under $100. So without further ado, I've tested it out for 2 weeks and I'm excited to share my thoughts with you. Kicking it off, the bag itself has a capacity of 25 liters and can expand, as you saw at the start, an extra 5 liters. It weighs a whopping 740 grams, which is crazy light, or 1.6 pounds. It is made out of a 280D nylon, which is also coated to be water resistant. One of my favorite features is their magnetic fid lock they've included on a fairly affordable bag. Although I do have one gripe with this, which I'll talk about later in the video. Opening up the main compartment of the bag, it is a clamshell design, which I really enjoy as it keeps everything quite compact when you do open it. Inside, you have a very similar style to a suitcase where you're able to put in all your packing cubes or see everything that is in your bag. At the top, there is this mesh pocket, very similar to a suitcase, where you can store additional clothes, dirty clothes. It is a vented mesh, so it allows you to air them or just use it to keep your bag organized. At the back, it does have a really nicely padded laptop sleeve holding up to a 16-inch laptop. There is plenty of room to store an iPad or an additional magazine. The iPad does have a nice sleeve here so you can keep it organized, and there is a pocket at the top for additional accessories like the charger or AirPods. The team have included a luggage loop, which does feel a little thin, so only time will tell if it can withstand the travel abuse. Seeing as this bag is really geared towards travel, there is a hidden passport pocket on the side here. And finally, Dylan and the team have really thought through the zippers. They use high quality YKK zippers with 5mm tape on either end, allowing you to maximize what you can fit in here. After a week of use, I found there to be plenty of pros and a few cons. Starting off with the pros. The bag itself is super light and slim, allowing you to travel on most public transports, keeping a low profile. You can take it away on a weekend trip and unload it and easily use it as a day bag. The front pocket is by far my favorite, being super accessible and well organized. It has additional pockets on the inside, which perfectly fit my Sony headphones. Moving to the back, there is a padded laptop compartment, which is lined with a soft felt kind of material, making sure that your electronics don't get scratched. There's a laptop sleeve in addition to an iPad sleeve, and it even has extra room to fit something like a magazine or book. This is all I need to go work at a cafe, but if I was going away for a weekend, I packed as many clothes as I could into this packing cube by Peak Design. This is the large size and it fits perfectly within the clamshell design of this backpack. First up, the packing cube goes in. I have one of my favorite jackets by Decathlon, giving me extra padding to fit my camera, which is the Fujifilm X100, and this is really all I need for a weekend away. If it is a little colder, I can pack an additional jacket by expanding the bag and fitting it on top. And then finally, I'll probably pack my water bottle. This one in particular is a 500ml Nalgene, or it can fit my Kinto perfectly. Last but not least, if it is a domestic or international trip, I'll take my passport and put it in the hidden pocket, or I'll just take an additional battery bag. The bag itself is on Kickstarter, and I have the link in the description if you do want to check it out. Honestly, the bag has blown me away, especially since it is their first design. It's so well thought out. That said, it doesn't go without a few cons. In order for the backpack to stay quite lightweight, the material has to be quite thin. Although the nylon does feel robust and strong, the lack of padding around the sides can be annoying, especially if you do have something fragile in your bag, like a camera, and you set it down on the ground. I alluded to earlier in the video that the chest strap is one of my favorite and least favorite features. Sometimes when I go to put on the bag, I notice that it was already clasped together, and so I have to unclasp it before putting it on my shoulders. In addition, the system for taking it on and off, when I go to adjust the chest strap and push it down a little bit, if I push it down too far, the chest strap will actually fall off, and it is a little cumbersome to put it back on the rails when you have the bag on. Oh, that's cold. The bag is really geared towards one bag traveling, and I had a chance to chat with Dylan about the inception of the brand and the philosophy behind it.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. A lot of blood, sweat and tears put into this, just hoping it works out. Like when I was developing the product, it was just like, is this ever gonna get to where I want it to be? Like, it's just so frustrating, but it's like, here I am. And I still think it could be even better. My core elements that I'm focusing on is weight, performance, functionality. I want to try reshape the way people think that you don't need so much stuff. I'd rather focus on promoting, have like one bag travel meetups and events, and then you can just spend time just like living and traveling.
Comparing it to my more expensive backpacks, I am blown away at the price point for such high quality materials, YKK zippers and water resistant nylon. I think this bag is so well thought out, and I think Dylan and the team have done an amazing job. Now, if I were to make two suggestions for the next iteration of this bag, one thing I would love to see is firstly the straps being able to tuck in the bag. That way you can just have it as a duffel bag. And secondly, which is not high on my priority list, but I think an RFID blocking layer for your passport pocket could be cool. That said, I haven't had any passport issues that I know of, so maybe that's not a big deal. I do want to give a big thank you to Almond for trusting me to review their first ever product. I'm excited to see where it goes, and if you do want to back it, you can check out the link in the description. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
So oak in Afrikaans means like a dude or a guy. So basically my parents are South African. We would say like, he's a cool dude. In Afrikaans, you'd say like, he's a cool oak. Like he's a good oak. So I wanted to call it something like oak, like something oak. And then my mum was speaking to her sister, and I go downstairs and I overheard a wooden stick hit and it turned into almonds. And then as soon as I heard almonds being said, as I was trying to think something oak, I was like, almond oak. I was like, it was just like, it felt like that was it.